toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Let's see what he can do with the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Mississippi State's offense will get first crack at it today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Coffee. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly complete.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on third down. Snagged out of the air. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Tigers have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Fires to the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to the back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. He's looking to pass. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got a man, it's Coffee. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. To the air, it's Beckham. Got it in the middle, it's Coffee. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looking to fire. Working that left side now.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
He's got an open man. They finally get to him. The one play there to pick up the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's a draw. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Michigan State is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Kirk Cousins had a hand in getting this quarterback to East Lansing, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The RPO, it's complete. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man all by himself. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He's got the tight end. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff from the gun. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. Breaks the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Beckham. Under fire. It's complete to the left.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Gonna look downfield again. Into the end zone. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Caught near the sidelines. Will pick up a few before going out of bounds. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double. There he goes! Makes it past the marker. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Looking for a man. Makes the catch. It's Coffee. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card, and you saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Coffee. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Rushes on him. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Classic pressure coming from the defense's right side, and they get the quarterback to the turf.
Man, that's what those defensive ends in a 4-3 do. Those guys know how to get after the quarterback, play on an edge. Nice job rushing the passer, getting off the football, and getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quick strike complete. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Dropping back, it's Beckham. A little release to the back. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And after that incompletion, they are left with a third down. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be fourth down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to go up top on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Running back searching for a hole. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More Calvin. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Wants to throw, it's Beckham. Using the quick game. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Heaves it deep. He's got it on the outside. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the outside. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They just keep firing. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. UCF is in front. They played awfully well today, and while there's no Dante Culpepper out there, this group is hanging tough. They're up by 10 over BYU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hit. Not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Use the working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass.
How about the coverage by the defense? It's almost like they knew they were running a curl route, sitting on the route, doing a good job of seeing the quarterback, breaking on the football. This defense is dialed in to no matter what you throw at them.
The kick is on its way. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Beckham. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of...
And they did tack on the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
24, Mississippi State, 10.
He'll bring out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. To throw, it's Beckham. Finds the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes the grab on the left.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Makes the grab on 3rd. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Runs through a tackle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got the back in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Beckham. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fit it in the window for the score. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute.
Holds it in on the left. Turning on the Jets. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. So they see the potential tying score wiped out by the penalty, and now time is starting to be against them. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Cherry. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. A strike downfield. He's loose on the right. Inside the touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Michigan State has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Sparty's run out. But this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Spartan Stadium. They're up by 7 over Purdue. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Caught in the backfield, it's Coffee. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Mississippi State right back to the line.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Scanning the field, it's Beckham. Here's the pressure. That's caught. It's Coffee. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Quarterback on the keeper. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. He'll pull it on the read. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Defense didn't have the personnel it needed. They call a timeout. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU! With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
LSU 38, Mississippi State 17.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Back to pass, it's Beckham. Here's a heat. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Running to Green. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fakes to grab.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.